metaphysical, or dogmatic. Both dogmatism and revisionism, I've never heard the word dogmatism before, run counter to Marxism. Marxism must certainly advance. It must develop along the development of practice and cannot stand still. It will become lifeless if it remains stagnant and stereotyped. However, the basic principles of Marxism is never to be violated, or otherwise mistakes will be made. It is dogmatism to approach Marxism from a metaphysical point of view and to regard it as something rigid. It is revisionism to negate the basic principles of Marxism, to negate its universal truth. Revisionism is one form of bourgeoisie ideology. The revisionists deny the difference between socialism and capitalism, between the dictatorship of the proletariat and the dictatorship of the bourgeoisie. What they advocate is, in fact, not socialism line, but the capitalist line. In preset circumstances, revisionism is most pernicious than dogmatism. One of our current important tasks on the ideological front is to unfold criticism and revisionism. Revisionism, or right opportunism, is a bourgeoisie trend of thought that is even more dangerous than dogmatism. The revisionists, the right opportunists, pay lip service to the Marxism. They to attack dogmatism. However, what they are really attacking is the quintessence of Marxism. They oppose or disturb materialism and dialectics, oppose or try to weaken the People's Democratic dictatorship and the leading role of the Communist Party, and oppose or try to weaken socialist transformation and socialist construction after the basic victory of the Socialist Revolution in our country. There are still a number of people who vainly hope to restore capitalism, to restore the capitalist system, and fight the working class on every front, including the ideological one. Moreover, the right-hand men in the struggle are the revisionists. Basically, they're telling you that revisionism, or looking at the past, is has been hijacked by the bourgeoisie, and they want to make socialism, Marxism look like shit, or they want to make socialist and Marxist work look like capitalist propaganda, which is false. Obviously, I don't think I have to tell you that. Now, Chapter 3: Socialism and Communism. Communism is at once a complete system of proletarian ideology and a new social system. It is different from any other ideological and social system, and is the most complete, progressive, revolutionary, and rational system in human history. The ideological and social system of feudalism has a place only in the Museum of History. The ideological and social system of capitalism has also become a museum piece in one part of the world, in the Soviet Union, while in other countries it resembles a dying person who is sinking fast like the sun setting beyond the western hills, and will soon be relegated to a museum. Communism, ideo- ideological, and social system alone is full of youth and vitality, sweeping the world with the momentum of an avalanche and the forces of a thunderbolt. This is his work on the new democracy. He's basically saying communism is cool. The socialist system will eventually replace the capitalist system. This is an objective, law independent of man's will. However, much the reactionaries tried to hold back the wheel of history. Eventually, revolution will take place, and will inevitably triumph. We communists never conceal our political views. Definitely, and beyond all doubt, our future of Marxism, oh, sorry, our future or Maximism program is to carry China forwards to socialism and communism. Both the name of our party, both the name of our party and our Marxist world outlook unequivocally point to the supreme ideal of the future, a future of imperishable brightness and splendor. Side note, I'm sorry I'm having so many strokes. I'm doing this in one take. I should probably not do that. Socialist Revolution aims at liberating the productive forces, a changeover from individual to socialist. Collective ownership in agriculture and handicrafts, and from capitalist to socialist ownership in private industry and commerce is bound to bring about a tremendous liberation of the productive forces. Thus, the social conditions are being created for a tremendous expansion of industrial and agricultural production. We are now carrying out a revolution, not only in the social system, a change from private to public ownership, but also in technology. The change from handicraft to large scale modern machine production and the two revolutions are interconnected. In agriculture, with conditions as they are in our country, cooperation must precede the use of big machinery. In capitalist countries, agriculture develops in a capitalist way. Therefore, we must on no account regard industry and agriculture, socialist, socialist industrialization, and the socialist transformation of agriculture as two separate and isolated things, and on no account must we emphasize the one and downplay the other. The new social system has only just been established and requires time for its consolidation. It must not be assumed that the new system can be completely consolidated the moment it is established. For that is impossible. It has been it has to be consolidated systematically. To achieve its ultimate consolidation, it is necessary not only to bring about the socialist industrialization of the country and preserve in the socialist revolution of the economic front, but also to carry on constant and arduous socialist revolutionary struggles and a socialist education on the political and ideological fronts. Moreover, various contributions, international factors are required. In China, the struggle to consolidate the socialist system, the struggle to decide whether socialism or capitalism will prevail, will still take a long historical period. However, we should all realize that the new system of socialism will unquestionably, will be consolidated. We can assuredly build a socialist state with modern industry, modern agriculture, and modern science and culture. The number of intellectuals who are hostile to our state is very small. They do not like our state, i.e., the dictatorship of the proletariat, and yearn for the old society. Whenever there is an opportunity, they will stir up trouble and attempt to overthrow the Communist Party and restore the old China. As between the proletariat and the bourgeoisie roads, as between the socialist and the capitalist roads, these people stubbornly choose to follow the latter. In fact, the road is impossible, and in fact, therefore, they are ready to capitulate to imperialism, feudalism, and bureaucratic capitalism. Such people are to be found in political circles and industrial and commercial, cultural and educational, scientific, technological, and religious circles. They are extremely reactionary. Basically, enemies are infiltrating most things that we are doing and want to overthrow the dictator of the people.